It made me so mad that I actually left and went and got a Starbucks. I don't think they're gonna hoodoo me, but you never know who's gonna hoodoo who. It's the beginning of the end. Welcome to the channel. We're just a couple of empty nesters from Tennessee. Well, hey guys. I didn't know you all were hanging out in here. Let's go to sleep. Are you sleepy? You're so cute. A little bit. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. And today's going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be a little bit different format. But I have some great news. I do need to tell you though, you know George is always somewhere in my videos. Today, you'll be hearing him instead of seeing him. He's mowing. So there may be times in the video when I stop the video because it's just going to be too loud and continue. Because you know me, if I decide to film a video, I'm going to get the video done, whether he's mowing or not, because time is always important in my world. I thought I'd bring coffee along for the chat. This has been a long time coming. I'm going to be giving my notice to work tomorrow. Okay, let's just stop the video right here because those of you that are new do not know that I have a position in payroll and accounting that is full-time, and it is about a 35 to 45 commute each way. I have a background in HR, benefits, and payroll. That has mainly been most of my career. The accounting part has been a little bit new, and it's been interesting, but let's get back to the video. So I'm going to be working on what I'm going to say today, and you all are the first to know. That's not really true, but it'll be after the fact once you see this video. If you're new here, I'm so glad you're here, and I hope that you'll join me on my regularly scheduled vlog dates every Saturday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And occasionally I will do these little extra videos here and there where I dive further into a subject that is kind of what we're doing right now. So basically I am going to be turning 62 in January. My husband is turning 65 very soon. He took early retirement mainly because the job that he last worked on closed down. He was just so close, so he went ahead and just took early retirement. And he had told me, along with our financial advisor trips where we kind of do our planning for retirement, he had told me that I could retire when he retires. Well, at 62. I have to be 62. Just in the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, I have been very open in my blogs about the fact that I'm going to take early retirement. I know a lot of people talk about retirement. People talk about retirement all the time and then never do. But this is going to happen, I think. So here's what the deal is. I am just pretty open. You know, if you have been on my blogs, which is lesshustlemorecoffee.com, just the same title as my channel, I've always been a pretty open person. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of times when I've probably been too open. I guess I feel like I just don't have anything to hide, and I mean, my life is pretty much an open book. So here is what the plan is. My last day to work is going to be, drumroll, should I make you wait to the end? You all have been waiting for it, you've been asking for it, you've been telling me I should do it now and not wait any longer because you see me struggling. But it's going to be December 20th. Now, I had a plan, and you all know when I have a plan, I like for the plan to go as planned. I'll be right back. I like for a plan to work, and when I get a plan going, I don't think it's because I'm selfish as much as I've already planned it. This is what I've decided. This is what we're going to do. And it's just, I just don't like to veer off of whatever I've already decided to do. So my original plan was to give my notice in October for several reasons. Our employee handbook only asks for 2 weeks notice. I personally feel like in a salaried position, you should give a company at least 3 to 4 weeks notice. So in my head, I was thinking that mid-October would be 8 weeks notice. Okay, so my original plan was to give 8 weeks notice, and I thought that would be plenty of time to train someone. It wouldn't necessarily get them through a quarter end, but I'm just kind of remembering when I started the position, I had 2 weeks with the person that was there before me. My boss showed me how to do the quarter end process. We grabbed a few files. She did a few returns with me, and then I kind of got the gist of what we were doing. And if I had questions, I would just come to her and she would help me figure it out. She was a great teacher. So I'm kind of thinking in my head that, this is how it's going to be for the next person, that I didn't get even a month with my person before me. But anyway, that was what I was thinking. As mentioned, I've been pretty open about my plans. I was not really open so much about when I was going to give my notice, and maybe not so solid on what the last day of work was going to be. But I pretty much had told my boss and my friends at work, hey, it's probably going to be, around the end of the year. I turned 62 in January, and this is probably going to be my last year to work. Sometime later in the year, I'll be giving my notice. I began to get questioned by several, just feeling me out, like, how much notice are you going to give? We want to be able to train somebody to do quarter end and blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of like, I get that, but I'm just really a little bit nervous about giving that much notice, because I have seen someone that gave their notice too far in advance. They trained somebody else, and then she ended up not wanting to retire early because of circumstances that happened to her, but she had already pretty much given her job away at that point. And I remember that very vividly, and it taught me a lesson. It's like, don't do that. You never know when something is devastatingly going to happen and you'll need to keep the job. And so I just defiantly was like, the handbook says 2 weeks. I'll certainly be giving you more than that, way more than that. I've had 3 people, an executive, HR, and my immediate boss, come to me and talk to me about this in just a socially interactive, just an interjection. Please be sure and give plenty of notice so that we can train somebody. I kept talking with George about this because it kept coming up, and we talked about, should I just go ahead and give my notice earlier, and we basically had decided it's really not going to make any difference. He asked me, are you thinking maybe you might want to continue on in January? And I'm like, no, no, definitely not. He's like, well, what's the holdup? And when I say go ahead and give my notice, I mean go ahead and give my notice officially in writing that my last day will be December 20th. We decided that I would just do that because everyone is kind of starting the process of looking for someone to replace me before I've given my notice, seemingly. Or at least I know they've inquired about doing that. So I had decided to go ahead and give my notice Monday. Well, Friday, this past Friday, I was sitting at my desk and I got an email, and it was a job description for my job. I was like, I haven't even given my notice yet. I don't know. There was just everything inside of me kept thinking, oh my gosh, how rude. You know, it made me so mad that I actually left and went and got a Starbucks just to get me out of the scene, back into my own head, my thoughts, without any outside influence, and just tried to remember what my purpose was and just kind of go through everything in my head. And I prayed, and God is just, He's always there for me. And, you know, He said, this is all your fault, Sonia, because you were so excited about it that you talked about it, you know. And I'm like, but Lord, that's just who I am. You know, I'm open and I'm frank about it. You know, it's like, I'm just going to tell you what I'm doing, you know. I'm excited about it. And He said, but on the flip side of that, they are very anxious about it because they don't know your plans and they don't want to be, I guess, caught with their pants down or whatever the phrase is. So I started the process of just being forgiving over it and trying not to feel pushed out. Hang on. So it's all okay. I'm going with the second plan of turning in my notice tomorrow, and everybody will have the date. George will be mowing until eternity. Everybody will know what the other hand is doing. There's lessons that can be learned from this, certainly. I knew better to say anything, but, you know, I was thinking, well, you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, there is certainly a risk with giving a notice too early if you're unsure. I mean, a company has a right to say, thank you for your services, pack up your things, and leave now. There are certainly risks associated with talking about it. So if you're ever in a position and this comes up and you think you wouldn't be able to absorb it or deal with the consequences, whatever they are, just keep your lips tightly sealed, because what I actually did, my excitement created anxiety in other people because they didn't really know my plans and they were worried that there wouldn't be enough time to train someone. And I still to this day don't understand exactly why my position is different from everybody else's or why they need so much time to train someone. Yeah, so I'm going to give my notice tomorrow, and it's going to be out in the open, and it's not my original plan. The original plan was to give notice around mid-October, but apparently this company needs 5 months to train for my position, which is quite an honor. Actually, it's like, really? Okay. So I'm going to turn in my notice tomorrow, and, you know, they could look me in the eye and say, pack your things and leave. George says hi. He loves you guys. He really does love the videos, and he loves being in them. I think when I retire, we're going to have some fun stuff for you guys. We're already talking about some things that we can do. Hang on. Okay, so I'm going to give my notice tomorrow, and then I'm going to let you know how it went, how it was received. I don't really think that I'll be hoodooed. Where did that phrase come from? I got that from Mama. I hope that's not anything bad. I don't think they're going to hoodoo me. But you never know who's going to who do who. We'll see how it goes. I just felt like if I went ahead and did this, that, it's gonna ease their anxiety, which will ease my anxiety. And I really shouldn't have any anxiety at all, because the end is so near and it's just almost about to be all over. And if for some reason it ends sooner rather than later, then I will know that it's a God thing. And I've pretty much gone through my entire employment with this company praying to God that He end it when it needed to be ended, and that He let it last as long as it needs to last. Technically, either party could end it soon. That's not my plan. My plan is to stay until December 20th. Those are my thoughts. I'm excited. I'm a little bit disappointed at how everything has gone down so far. I put my trust in some individuals, but I just can't tell you how it made me feel when I got my job description in my email before I'd even given my notice. I just felt, I'm looking for the word, I just felt disrespected or something. But I was told that, HR's updating their job descriptions, and I know they have been. The timing, I'm just going to say it pretty much sucked. Good job with that. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. No one should be anxious. I shouldn't be anxious. I'm okay with it. I'm ready. Let's get somebody trained and we'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys. I'm getting tired myself. I did not sleep well last night. I just had in my mind, not so much about work, I think just about life in general, just a lot of stuff going on. But so I was up 3:58. My sleep score was 52. That is not good. But anyway, life is good. It's about to get better. So I've been trying to figure out what to say when I give notice, because, I've been there 12 years. I'm grateful for all the opportunities they've given me, and it's put food on the table. There's so many good experiences that I had, so many good people that I've worked with and gotten to know, had a lot of laughs. There's been some disappointment. I guess it's just like anywhere else for anybody else. I mean, there's always going to be good and bad, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing most of the work, whether it was in HR or payroll. I'll do a video on my career at some point and just talk about, for those that are interested, I'll just go through. I personally want to talk about it. I want to relive my HR career, and I'll do a special video of that. Would you guys like that? If you would, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to give notice. We're going to see what happens from here. I know a lot of you are going to be disappointed that I'm not retiring sooner. Heck, maybe even work will be disappointed. It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be, and God has it. It's been His plan all along, even though I had it set up like it was my plan. It's His plan. I'm going to be quiet and work on this puzzle that you all have been sitting on, and I will see you in the morning. Hey guys, it is Monday morning here, and it's time to give my notice. I'm going to head on to work and do that now. Does it feel any different than any other day? Not really. I mean, there is a level of excitement to it. Is certainly different. I don't feel any anxiety about it at all. It is just kind of another day, but it is exciting because now there won't be any anxieties on anybody's part. I don't know. I mean, I won't have to tiptoe around the date because I was kind of being careful to give an exact date, even though I'd probably mentioned it to a couple of people. But yeah, everything can be open and honest, at least on my end. I can't control everyone else. And whatever happens from here will just be peachy keen. So I did spend some time just kind of planning out the rest of the year, and when I would have videos and looking at the holidays. And we're going to be traveling some, and we're going to have a lot going on, and I think I have a workable rest of the year, and I think you're going to like what's coming. And I'm really looking forward to January. I started planning some things in January. I've got some very specific things coming up, and we'll be threading in the vlogging throughout it all. So no worries. For those that are here that really like the vlogging, that's mostly what it will be. But sometimes it will just be vlogging about certain things that we're going through. So anyway, enough of that. Let's go give this notice. Hey guys, well, it's 4:31, and I did give my notice, and I sent it to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. I believe only one person responded to it, and that was my immediate boss. So I'm not even sure if anybody else opened the email or whatever. But anyway, it's done and over, I felt in a really good mood all day long, and I just know that, it was the best decision, and now, everybody else can be happy that they know the exact date. And I just feel like a big ball has been passed from one court to the other. So it feels really good. Like in my mind, I'm actually starting to shift into retirement. Actually spinning those wheels, planning the rest of the year and into January. And I just feel this huge weight that has been lifted. So and that is going to be the end to this vlog. I will say one more thing. My printer died finally. I have been having an ongoing issue that I reported sometime earlier in June. The printer finally died today. There was one that was ordered. It didn't work. The new one supposedly came in today. I do payroll tomorrow. I have no printer, so that's going to be interesting in the morning, but you know what? I'm smiling, I'm happy, and it's just another day in paradise, and you deal with it as it comes along, and we'll deal with that tomorrow. But anyway, I am going to head home, but I thank you guys so much for going through this journey with me. Just wanted to share the day that I gave my notice. I wanted it to be on my vlogs and historical record. My grandsons can watch it one day. I kept thinking about them today. It's like, I wonder if they're gonna watch my vlogs one day. I just thank you guys for being here. So give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, because I do regular style vlogging here in the South near Nashville every Saturday at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. So this vlog has been kind of unique today. I'm not sure too many people share the day they give notice. I don't know, I'll have to look that up. But it was certainly an exciting day for me. Probably some exciting days to come for the company that I work with, and I hope that they can be on the ball as they've wanted to be on the ball to get a replacement going. And I wish them luck in finding the right person, and I will do what I can to train them. It's the beginning of the end, and for me it's the beginning of happiness. So, because I have been, if you've been watching me these last few weeks, I have just really been burned out. I've been moody. I've been just stretched too thin. I've been wanting to have personal time and do these videos because that's a hobby. I've been adamant about doing that on top of everything else, and it's just been really hard. I can see that the end is near, and I'm very happy, and I thank you so much again for being with me on this journey. And I'm going to quit talking and get off of here and get home. Bye, everybody.